Okay, welcome back, everybody. Another week of training here. Just gonna jump right in. Monday we had some heavy press, working back on the log. Um, Worked up to a top set of 5 at I believe 220. Um, Moved really well. Jumped back on the log. Was in the program, so yeah, pretty happy with where that's at. Um, I left last week saying that I had hired a coach, and I'm now working with Wes Derwinski. So super excited about that. Um, Giving me a lot of good information so far, and yeah, really excited to come into this season. A lot more prepared and a lot more freed up mental space to not worry so much about my own programming. Um, One of the big changes that we made from the training that I was doing before is the top. My main movements are mostly sets of 4 working up to a top set, where in the past I would kind of just have 1 or 2 sets at a weight that I wanted and then warm up to that. But with this now, we kind of do 1 set that's like a 65, 70% of your max, and then work up from there, taking as big a jumps as you need. So that's a bit different. Obviously, it gets a lot more touches, a lot more volume on the main movements. So it's a little bit different style, but so far I'm liking it. I'm gonna keep pushing, and we're gonna adjust as we need to. So I moved over to some kind of floor press. This is how I do my floor press. It's a lot more comfortable than pushing off the ground. Main thing with these is just making sure the pins are set the right height, so you're not going too low, not going too high. Um, I believe the top set here was 210, maybe. Yeah, moved fine. A lot more volume in this program than I had before, which is good. Main thing is just going to be about staying healthy and not pushing too hard, which I definitely did this week. I definitely pushed some accessories a little bit too much, some of the main movements a bit too much, but that's okay. I'll dial it back in the coming weeks and kind of find the rhythm with the new structure of my training. So yeah, uh, didn't film any more accessories on the Monday. So Tuesday we had squats for our main movement, using the buffalo bar. Uh, what is this? 345 for a set of 8. Got a little ambitious with this, but moved fine, so not upset. Um, but yeah, lots of volume, especially on these squat days. Just kind of looking ahead. It's 2 or 3 main movements, 4 sets of 5 to 10. So it's really good. It's really good. It's going to get a lot more touches on a lot of different movements, which I'm excited about. Because I kind of would get into a habit of just sticking to a couple main movements. So this way, I'm getting touches on different implements, different movement patterns, and kind of staying fresh with everything. So we had 13-inch deadlift here, working somewhere in the 400s, somewhere mid 400s. This is feeling really good. Um, Still not sure if I'm going to be competing end of March here. Hockey's still kind of flushing out, so I'm not going to specifically prep for that, because if I do try and peak for it and it doesn't work out, then I'll just look a little silly. So I'm going to just train up until I know, and if I'm going to compete, then I'll just go in the day and have fun. Not looking to be super competitive. Like I said, main competition I'm looking at is end of May. So uh, last main compound here was some front squats using the deadlift bar, which is something that I had kind of thought about but never really implemented. And definitely something that is going to stay. Um, really liked these. Obviously, the weight's not super heavy, so I'm not getting too much whip out of the bar. But it being a little bit thinner was actually a lot more comfortable, keeping it in the front rack. But yeah, offered a bit more challenge. You can see I put the bumper plate first, just push a little bit extra weight out further. get some more whip in the bar, make it a little bit more unstable. So really good. Had a bunch of lunges to do, and then had some hamstring curls, just single leg. So yeah, pretty basic stuff. Again, just a whole bunch of volume. Everything's 4 sets of anywhere from 10 to 20, 30. So lots and lots of volume. And then on my worst lift, some strict press. I worked up to a top set of, what were we doing? 8? 5? I think it was 5s. I can't really count. Top set of 5 here was at 160, and definitely got a little bit too ambitious with this. Start leaning back a bit too much. Put myself in bad positions, but got the weight moving. My PR on strict press is like 170, so being this close to my PR, I was honestly just trying to prove it to myself that I could do more. But we're getting there. We'll get that 200 strict press soon enough. You can see my face there. I knew it was bad. And then these were just mean. Incline bench with a 2-second pause for 4 sets 12. So this is incline bench is definitely one of my weaker lifts as well. So, but these moved surprisingly well. Felt really good in the chest after burning out the shoulders and triceps with the pressing. This felt really good. So had to work pretty hard. And the last compound here was some just flat dumbbell bench, which is kind of nice. Don't really do. I didn't really program much dumbbell benching on my own, so having this in was kind of nice. Bit of a change up. I had my feet down to start. It just was super uncomfortable. I'm not sure why, but getting my feet up actually I felt a lot more stable. These are, I think, 90s. Couldn't quite get this out of 10. I was trying to move pretty fast. We had written in some rest times, so trying to keep myself more accountable with that. Get through the sessions a little bit faster, and just get that conditioning, keep the movement up all the way through the session. Some face pulls. Usually I do face pulls with a band, but it's hard to kind of progress it with a band, just because it's hard to track, the weight you're doing. So I found if I just use the toe strap and kind of just lean back, I can use the pull down attachment point to get a pretty good variation of that. And then last movement was some tricep push downs with the band. I believe we're just looking for a total of 100 reps. So you can see I'm kind of just slowly taking weights and band tension. And I just tried to get through this. I think I got through it in about 2 minutes. Just really banging those out. So it's really good. Friday session was deadlifts. They were supposed to be axle deadlifts, but I was actually lending my axle out to a buddy who's prepping for the Arnold. So yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. Sets of 4 with a stiff bar. Again, same progression. It's working up to a top set. I think I had 480 in my head, but I think, I can't see the weight. 25, 45, 65, 80. Oh, it says 480 or 47. I can't remember. Whatever. You can see the weight. They're pretty heavy, but they moved really well. So I was super happy with these. You can see the weight. 20, 40, 60, 80. It is. Oh, okay. Well, these went better than I thought, I guess. Yeah, moved fine. Super happy. Yeah, not much to say. Just moving well. Man, I'm just fucking yapping in this video. I'm so flustered right now. And then we had a whole bunch of back movements. Typically on my deadlift days, I do a little bit less volume just because of how I would structure it. So I would have a heavy deadlift and a heavy squat and then a little bit of back. But this is one deadlift variation, and then we did barbell rows, dumbbell rows, some Meadows rows, and then pull downs, low rows, and some shrugs. So everything was 4 sets, again, 10 to 20. So it was really good, and I tried to move through it pretty fast. Got a pretty wicked pump, and I actually got a lat cramp. So after this session, I went to at a hockey practice, and my lats were cramping up like crazy. So that was kind of cool, but definitely something that I would like to avoid in the future. Dumbbell rows, something I haven't used too much in my training in the past. I could just never get too comfortable with them. But kind of figuring out the positioning, and felt pretty good on this day. Pull downs, we programmed in with a pause. Definitely added a different challenge. Helped kind of feel the muscle a bit better, get a good pump going. Yeah, not too much else to say. Really happy so far. Yeah, that's about it. The other thing I'd really do like is he's programming in some specific event days on my Saturday. So, as I've shown in the past, Saturday was kind of just a whatever day. Just kind of go in, typically do some sort of squats, and then just whatever kind of event I wanted to do. But now we're going to be programming specific events to get touches on everything and stay pretty fresh. So worked up to top set of farmers. Just do it in the garage to be comfortable. So it's about 25 feet down, 25 feet back, and I worked up to 270, which I was very happy with. I haven't touched farmers in a couple months, so getting this run in was pretty good. Definitely need some more conditioning with my hands. The strength in the grip is not weak by any means. Grip is still there, but just the conditioning of the hands, toughening up the calluses, things like that. But that'll come in time. Then we had a 10-minute EMOM of doubles on bag to shoulder. I only have a 250 bag and a 300 bag, so preferably would have gone lighter on this, but got most of the work done. I kind of did some doubles for the first few sets, and then did a couple singles, and then finished it off with a set or two of doubles. So yeah, this technique I was actually really happy with. Obviously, I was training this a bunch for nationals last year, so still pretty fresh, and yeah, it moved surprisingly really well. So just need to work on the cardio and conditioning a bit. But overall, pretty happy. Then moved outside for some bag throws. You can see it's been a bit more mild around here, so the street kind of cleared up a bit of all the ice and snow. You can see there's still all kinds of snow outside. But had 5 sets of 5 on the throw. I just kept the rest times to, until I started to get a little bit cold. So, 45 seconds to a minute. But no, these moved surprisingly well. Main thing I'm trying to think about here is, not thinking too much. In the past, provincials last year when I was training for the single arm throw, I was worrying a little bit too much on technique and making sure my foot placement was right, my timing was perfect. So I think in the future when I'm training bag throw, I'm just going to worry a little bit more about just kind of a grip and rip, and not so much trying to be perfect. But yeah, didn't have a specific height for these. The program just said throw them as high as you can. So I believe the bag was about 26, 27 pounds, but I'm sure with some of the extra water on the ground, it got to 30 because it did get pretty heavy. But that is all for this week. Going to be pushing pretty hard the coming weeks. So yeah, I'm fucking excited. Let's get after it, and I'll see you guys next week.